Hello everyone, Joshua Myers here, and welcome back to my Stephen King movie review series. Also, this is going to be part of my 31 Days of October review series, and just generally part of my movie review series, so expect this one to go up on all three of those playlists, but yeah, before we get started, honestly, I would say I do apologize if I haven't really been keeping consistent with doing the 31 days of October, because there's been some days I missed, and that's because this month's been pretty busy. Honestly, I just recently had grandparents and my aunt actually show up this week. They stayed for a few days. It was really nice, by the way, but yeah, I just had a lot of stuff going on this month, so we also had to prepare for that, and it took a lot of prep time, so I do apologize if I missed any days, I may either choose to watch multiple movies in the same day, or may just save some of those skip days for maybe all the way into November, yeah, I really do apologize for that. I thought I would have been able to do this, but I guess not. I'll still try to finish the 31 Days of October review series, but I just thought I'd let you guys know that. And again, I do apologize. Yesterday I did upload my review of the Poltergeist remake from 2015, so that's up now, so you guys can go check that out. Today we're going to be reviewing Stephen King's Misery from 1990.
Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, America's #1 author just met his #1 fan.
I think poor Sheldon might be in some kind of trouble.
Don't even think about anybody coming for you.
Directed by Rob Reiner. From the novel by Stephen King.
Trust me, it's for the best.
Misery, rated R. Starts Friday, November 30th at select theaters.
Misery stars James Caan. At least I think I'm pronouncing that name right. If not, here's his name on the screen right there. Kathy Bates, Richard Farnsworth, and Graham Jarvis, and is directed by Rob Reiner. The plot of Misery is that novelist Paul Sheldon doesn't remember blinding blizzard that sent his car spinning off the road, nor does he remember being nursed back from unconsciousness. All he remembers is waking up in the home of Annie Wilkes, portrayed by Kathy Bates, a maniacal fan who is bent on keeping her favorite writer as her personal prisoner for the rest of his cockadoodle life. So, what did I like about Misery? Honestly, there's a lot to like about it. I did like quite a few things in it. For one, Kathy Bates as Ann Wilkes, actually. Man, it's like, seriously, the internet was made for a fan like this. I could see people being like that. In fact, I've seen, how fandom has become and how crazy people get, no matter what your opinion is on fandom and that, or on a certain fandom. It gets pretty crazy. I'm like, dude, these are just movies, It's like, chill the fuck out, okay? I will admit, I've been, I myself has been guilty of some of this stuff, so I admit that. I'm trying to work on it, so yeah, but still, I get why people are like that, but anyway, going a little bit off topic with that one, I also like the actor who plays the writer, Paul Sheldon, actually. I really do like his character, and the things he had to go through in this movie, just the character alone, it's like, seriously, and it really delves into, basically, and this is what I like about it, delves into, like, whether or not you should be, you know, and I could take this as a filmmaker myself, because as a filmmaker, I've had to, you know, kind of come to this conclusion, whether or not, like, you have to do these things that it's to your liking or to your audience liking. You know, that's the same question I ask myself as a as a filmmaker. You know, and for me, I would rather have it be something that I personally like. You know, something that, you know, I'm passionate about and everything, rather than what my audience would like. I mean, I love my audience. I really do. I love you guys. But for me, I want to do what I want to do, which for most part is stuff you guys probably would like too. So yeah, it does. You know, it does act like it does make you ask that question and that, and where you draw the line with it. It also does show how crazy certain fandoms could be, and like I said, I've seen how crazy fandoms can be in real life, and uh, Kathy Bates is, like, her role in this movie is honestly not too far off from how most fandoms are now these days. Like, honestly, I could seriously see something like what she did at the Ball Sheldon. Like, I could seriously see uh, some crazed, you know, fan, you know, do that in real life. I could really see that happening, because, again, fandoms get crazy. Sometimes I try to stay away from fandoms, you know? Like, there's been moments like, okay, this fandom is getting way too crazy for me. In fact, I've been like that even with the Halloween fandom. Like, there's some fandoms out there that are just like, you know, and it's like, also it's like, you know, if you don't think how they think, like, there's people out there who feel like you should think how they think when it comes to this stuff, and I'm like, no. You know? Like, it's like, for example, if you like Halloween Resurrection, that's fine. More power to you. You could like films like Halloween Resurrection. For me, I personally don't. So, it's just stuff like that, you know? And there's times where it's like, even that's not good enough for them, and they want you to think the same opinion. I mean, one such example I've seen is the Myers Fanatic 25. He's very much like that from what I've been seeing, and, you know, basically saying, you know, if you don't like Busta Rhymes and Halloween Resurrection, you're apparently racist for it. And I'm like, no, we don't like Busta Rhymes just because of how his character is and just the treatment of Michael Myers. So, which he adds to that mistreatment to Michael Myers as a character. So, yeah. Sometimes I just try to stay away from stuff like that because it just gets too crazy. But, again, getting a little bit off track here. So yeah, I could see this stuff really happening with, the fandom culture in general, So, Kathy Bates as Annie Wilkes portrayed that really well. Actually, like, basically the most extreme case of that. Also, it's pretty suspenseful at times, actually. I really like the suspense in this movie. Like, and also with the fact that, you know, Kathy Bates could switch from either being really nice, which at first it shows she is really nice and everything, like, I'm like, she's really sweet, actually. And then, I was just waiting, because I know she does go crazy in this film, so I was just waiting for that to happen, and kept on, like, even though she was acting very sweet for quite a bit of the movie, actually, if you heard about this movie, you could tell that it's going to happen. Therefore, there's that suspense. You don't know when she's going to snap, you know? And when she does, she's just bad shit crazy. She is, and she's really intimidating, too. So, and I think that adds to the suspense of just what's going on with the character Paul Sheldon, you know? Like, you really feel what he's feeling in that situation, you know, especially if you've been somebody like me who is actually a, you know, just inspiring something, you know, like if I'm aspiring, since I'm an aspiring filmmaker, which is pretty close to being a writer, and that I definitely felt what he was going through, and honestly, if that were me in that situation, I have no idea what I would have done. I know I would be probably scared, as scared as he is, if not maybe more so. Also, I did like some of the other characters. Like the other characters you see is this a small town sheriff, like this sheriff and his a deputy who is actually also his wife too. So they have great, you know, back and forths and that. So yeah, they were pretty good characters. I really liked the ending. I thought, and there were certain points with the ending that was like, I didn't know, like, I thought it was going to go in this direction, but it went in this direction, so it caught me off guard, so, that was pretty good. What did I not like about it? Honestly, I didn't care for some of the music choices, to be honest, especially for the opening credits and that, you know, that was the only thing I didn't like. Also, there was sometimes with some pacing issues, not as big as like other movies. Like it's very minuscule, like it's very minimum when it comes to pacing issues. But yeah, I think I would have done the pacing a bit differently. Other than that, that's only my really complaints about Misery. So I'm going to give Misery from 1990 a 4 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I really like this movie. I honestly think a film like The Shawshank Redemption is a better Stephen King adaptation than Misery. But I would so far put Misery as one of the better Stephen King film adaptations. So that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.